Hello, everybody. This is Movement with Anja, and I'm Anja. I'm glad you're here again today. First of all, I would like to apologize for the bad audio on my last video. As I said many times, I'm an infant YouTuber, so I'm still filming with my phone, and being outside and all this, that clearly did not work. So I would have to work on getting some kind of different microphone setting of some sort. So I will work on that. But again, I apologize about the acoustics, but I hope you enjoyed the visual and kind of see what I do. Today, I would like to talk a little bit about the spine and our posture. I think that is really a big issue because a lot of people are having problems with their lower backs and their hips, and it's not all the time and not solely, but there's a lot of times there's a reason because we have terrible posture because of our lifestyle. We sit a lot, work at a desk, our life happens in front of us clearly, so all these things kind of do play into that. So before we continue on any further though, I would love to have you basically subscribe my channel if you're new here. If you are subscribed already, thank you very much. I really appreciate that you're here. And please share this with your friends, anybody that you might think that would benefit from this. Also, please listen to your doctor. Please make sure that you are not doing something that really bothers you. So if I'm talking about a certain thing and you say, you know what, boy, that really, really aggravates whatever is going on, please don't. Just be smart. Just kind of listen to what feels good and what you can do, because that's ultimately what it's all about. I'm giving you a little suggestions here, but I'm not expecting you to follow completely blindly everything that I say. You are your best judge. You know what feels good, you know what doesn't feel good, what works, what doesn't work. And then just kind of ease yourself into it. Take your time, let it happen. Don't worry about what it should look like, what it looks like in a book, or whatever. Each person is individual, and that's really what you got to go by. Okay, so we're going to start seated. I think we're going to start seated, and I'm going to move that camera just a little bit because I'm going to move away from the camera. There you are. Beautiful. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to sit on a comfortable chair, and I'd like you to move away from the back of the chair. So I'm sitting, probably about half of my seat. So the natural inclination that we have, we sit like this. So I'm sitting on my sit bones, but I'm rolling my back. I'm rolling back on my tailbone right now. So there's this little scoop right here. I'm developing a little bit of a pouch. My shoulders are rolled forward and my head is dipping, because ultimately if I would not do this, I would look down there and that really would not be very interesting. So what we do is we tilt our head back. So if I would now put this into an upright, good position posture with my head, I would train my head to be here. So remember this, you want to keep your shoulders back so you can keep your head up. So let's start on the bottom. So we're sitting on the sit bones. So that's what I want to find. So that bony part right on my pelvis, right under my pelvis. And then from here, I'm going to lift up onto those sit bones. So I'm coming up away from my tailbone and I'm engaging my belly. So I'm pulling that navel in and I'm stabilizing right here. So now I'm still have my shoulders round forward. And when I do this right now, it's really uncomfortable right around here, right around the shoulder blades and such. And there again, I have a lot of people, they say, boy, my arms, when I lift them up and there's such a stabbing pain right there. A lot of times it's because I'm wringing our shoulder blades out. So again, we're here nice and solid. So now let's go ahead, draw your shoulder blades together and roll those shoulders back and then lift up from your sternum. So right away, you have a nice, long, tall spine. And so my head, I want to get my head and I want to have my ears over my shoulders and my shoulders over my hips. So I want to be lined up. So I'm going from here, my natural seating position, for most of us it is, unfortunately, to here. Does it feel like first that it feels like really unnatural because, this is not really how I usually sit? Exactly. But this is something that we want to retrain, because the fact is, these muscles that do all this, what I just shown you, are very tired and very weak, because that's why we're automatically kind of roll back into this. So the constant reminding yourself of lifting up is like you lifting up a dumbbell. So I'm finding myself after a couple of moments, half an hour or so, I'm thinking, lower back, it's getting a little achy. What did I do? I slouched and I come back up. So I'm engaging muscle, I'm strengthening the core. So if you continuously do this throughout the day, you will find that you will do this a bunch of times just to kind of re-engage. And every time you do, you are stabilizing your spine. And that's really important. That's really important for anything that you do, no matter if it's lifting your legs, if it's lifting your arms, if it's lifting something with your arms, if it's stepping over something, if it gets out of your chair, it doesn't matter. Everything comes from your core. So when I'm talking about the core, I'm usually talking about this here. So I'm talking about shoulders to just like, not quite mid-thigh. All this, front and back, side to side, is my core. So this is my core that I want to strengthen. So every time that you are doing something, and we can do the same thing in standing. Let's go ahead and stand up, everybody. And I would like you to do this. So standing just like you normally would. So shoulders again are round forward. My pelvis pushes out. I got a little bit of a slouch here hanging on. My belly is pushing forward. So I'm just kind of hanging here. So that's again, we're lifting and coming up onto our sit bones and lifting the tailbone up. So I'm engaging right here through the belly. Now go ahead and roll your shoulder blades together and roll your shoulders back and lift your sternum up, and then bring your ears over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. And there you go, you have a nice tall posture. So I know that there's a few of us that have a permanent deterioration of the spine. There is a disease going on, so we're really not having that much control over it, but we can still be mindful about those muscles, trying to re-engage them. So let's come on back into your seated position, and I would like you to find your good posture. So sit bones, the pelvis, chest is lifted, and really feel that you're lifting, and then you almost like, it feels like you're exaggerating that lift. And now let's take a deep inhale, and then exhale and reach through your fingers and just reach up. So now naturally what you want to do is this. You're going to pull your shoulders up towards your ears, and you're basically just lifting up your rib cage. So all what we're doing is really we're shrinking the space right here in our neck, and we're creating a lot of compression, really what we not want. So let's go ahead, lift those arms back up, inhale, and now exhale and lift from your rib cage. Lift your rib cage away from the pelvis. So my arms are really not going anywhere except that I'm holding them up, but my arms have not changed position. And then release those arms back down. Roll your shoulders again, go back to your natural position. So we have stretched that out. Now we're going to loosen this up just a little bit. So let's go ahead and do a pelvic tilt. So I'd like you to come from your sit bones, that good posture, and we're rolling onto that tailbone, and we're rounding the back, rolling the shoulders forward and tucking our chin in. And then bring your head first. And lift, and then roll your shoulders back and down and open and lift that chest up. And then take another deep inhale. Inhale up. Exhale, lift your ribcage away from the pelvis. And go ahead and release those hands back down towards your thighs. Let's do this again. Now this time we're going to continue on just a little further. So we're going into what's called a seated cat-cow. So we're going to tuck in. We're rounding our lower back. We're scooping in. Rolling your shoulders forward. Tucking your chin in. And now go ahead and bring your head first. And lift that chest. And roll your shoulders back. And lengthen. And then inhale those arms up. Exhale and stretch. And release those arms back down. Good. Right arm only. Inhale, lift. Keeping that shoulder down. Exhale, lift that ribcage away from the pelvis. And release here. And let's go and do the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lean in and open it up. And release here. Both arms once again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let's fold this over. Let your upper body drop forward. And just feel the weight of your body dropping. So it's like a waterfall. You let your arms hang, you let your head hang, and just breathe. Deep in and out. Feel how your upper body is getting heavier while it's pulling forward. So now go ahead and take another deep inhale. Fill those lungs. And then exhale and sigh. Go ahead and do that again. Inhale. Exhale. then inhale, roll it up. Exhale, reach it up, nice and tall. And release those hands. Roll your shoulders. So once again, I would love to have you get up. So we're standing either next or behind the chair for your safety if you care to. So I'd like you to stand up nice and tall, feet about hip width apart, right arm only, inhale up. Exhale, lengthen the sides, feel that stretch. And release, and go into the other side, inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch it out, nice and open. And release, both arms, inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch, reach. And go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release those arms, roll your shoulders. So once again, let's check in. Where's your posture right now? You feel that your spine is longer. You find that your body has gained a little bit of height. Think about tailbone is lifted just a little bit. So I have a little bit of an arch right here. But I'm engaging right through the belly. So I'm not sticking my bum out, but I'm just feeling how I'm engaging and lifting here. Lift your rib cage away from the pelvis. Draw your shoulder blades together and let those shoulder blades drop. I always talk about dropping your shoulder blades like you would tuck them into the back pockets of your pants. So draw them back and tuck. Beautiful. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and knees over ankles. And you got a really good posture. Inhale, lift. Exhale out. And go ahead and have a seat, everybody. So it does not seem like much when you're just kind of focusing on the posture of your body and your spine. But I tell you, everything that you do from here on comes from that place. And so I would highly encourage you, even though this video might be really short right now, but I would definitely encourage you to do this a couple of times throughout the day, especially if you sit a lot. Really make sure that you get out of that chair, find that good posture. If you find that you need to stay in your chair for medical reasons, by all means, work on posture, engaging, and lengthening. I hope this helped you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Here in Rochester, New York, we're going to have 90 degrees and with the serious high humidities today, so it's going to be really warm. So stay cool wherever you are. Thank you very much for watching me. Please share my my videos, like them, talk about it. Let me know what I can do, what I can change, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Okay? Bye. Thank you.